All right, what is up, guys? Making this video kind of regarding prop firms. I definitely want to dig deep into how I leverage firms and how kind of the realistic output of trading prop firms, especially nowadays, just in general. A lot of people do talk about, prop firms being either a scam, prop firms either being not something you can live off of, prop firms being something that isn't long term. All three I actually agree with, but in some aspect. But I kind of want to go through today, kind of like a quick video on how I trade firms, and how I average 10 to 20K months trading firms, which is all backed up, by the way. But anyways, yeah, how I go about them, the realistic truth from someone who makes money from prop firms, and how not to fuck up. Okay, so the first aspect I'm going to talk about with trading firms is, which is already should be known, but with how the trading space is now, and I've been trading for over 2.5 years, so I have like somewhat of a history or somewhat of a decent amount of knowledge in not just trading but the space as well, even though I'm not very big. But the main thing nowadays of how it's portrayed on TikTok, Instagram, especially Reels, even sometimes on YouTube, is that it's just like a game. A lot of like memes and jokes and, funny Reels and funny TikToks are made about trading, which is cool, keeps the space fun. But at least for the newer traders or the younger people in the space who are getting into trading, it's definitely become very gamified, especially with, the aspects of Project X and a lot of these platforms that are being put out from multiple firms. However, the main takeaway that you should have is you have to treat it like a job. You have to treat it like a business. It's all a numbers game. I even talk. So if you don't know me or seen my trades or anything like that, I do trade a lower win rate, higher RR model. But there is this guy that I met through online. He's pretty cool, Justin. But he trades like the exact separate model as me. Like he trades a mechanical. He trades a 1-to-1. I think maybe a 2-to-1 RR model. It's a mechanical model. I'm a discretionary trader, so literally just polar opposites. But the way that he goes about firms and the way that I go about firms is the exact same way. It's all a numbers game. So at the end of the day, you have to treat trading as a business, and you have to track everything. You actually have to work. You have to do real shit. You can't just wake up 5 minutes or be a few hours late to market open, or whatever, and just expect to copy trade 5 to 20 accounts, make five figure days or even 4-figure days, often not knowing what you're doing and kind of just fucking around, upping your leverage, trading news, etc. So first thing, just the first takeaway, which everyone should know, is you have to treat this like a business. You have to take this serious. And I'm going to explain how I go about it. Okay, so the first part of how I go about firms and the best way to begin to start treating it like a business, if you're actually someone who is trading firms or getting into trading firms and you're like, okay, first off, if you're just getting into trading firms or like a few months to even a year into it, and obviously if you're not seeing the outcome that you want to see, like getting payouts or at least especially consistent payouts, this is a great time to just sit down and do these few steps and actually start to take this serious. But the first step of kind of treating it like a business is just tracking your spending. Like how I said, a few minutes ago or whatever, is prop firms are a numbers game. You have to treat it like a business. It's all an ROI game. So the first step, how I do it now, is I have write-offs with, evals, activation fees, etc. So I track it a bit different, but the way that I was originally was this free. It's actually totally free. And no, I'm not sponsored. No, there's not a link in my YouTube video. I was using Money Patrol. It's free and it literally tracks your expenses. You can connect to your bank account, your card. You can track your expenses. Like if you have a separate card where you're just trading firms or using that to buy accounts, it's a good way to do it. It also tracks like, I think debt, finances, other shit. But the main thing is just to track your expenses of your evals, activation fees. So again, you can also use like Excel sheets, whatever. Just the main part is just track your spending monthly. weekly. Overall, it should be tracked monthly, however, though. So, yeah, if you're spending, $500 a month on evals, then you can now catch up with that. You need to know how much you're spending, because if you start making money, if you start getting even just one payout a month or even one payout a quarter, depending on that amount, depending how many accounts you're copy trading on, etc., you need to track your ROI to see if you're even making money with these firms, because you can do, and I've seen this, and this has happened to me. Like an example that's happened with me was, obviously when you're unprofitable and then become profitable by starting to get payouts, you obviously have a bit of debt. I wouldn't say debt, unless you're an idiot, okay, sorry if I offended some people. I know it happens, but what I was saying was you need to track, when you get profitable from going unprofitable, oh, maybe I spent a few thousand, maybe I spent 10,000, maybe I spent only a few hundred before my first payout or two or three. But usually that first payout does, I wouldn't say first, actually, the first three, I'd say cover probably all of your losses and the accounts that you spend. So again, I'm yapping now. First step, just track your expenses, and then tie that to your payouts, which I'm going to get to that as well. One thing I also forgot, my bad. Also track anything else you have to do with trading. Like an example with me, TradeSync, right? That's a monthly payment. So also track that with your spending. You want to incorporate every single thing you utilize with trading into your spending, because at the end of the day, you're not okay, TradingView Premium, like real-time data. That might not be something you're using on firms, or maybe your firm, provides that. But even TradeSync, if you're on multiple firms, that is not, it's separate from prop firms, but it's not overall, it's all linked to your trading. So track everything, not just firms. Track everything that has to do with trading. And especially if you're on a fucking Signal group, a mentorship, which I do have a mentorship, so I can't talk, but if you paid if you paid for a mentorship, if you've paid for Signal groups, especially in the past, try to track everything. Mostly just track your monthly spending though. Second step. This is gonna be a quicker step. This is just knowledge. Even though I post on social media, don't stop listening to what you see on social media. And I tell this to my students all the time, because we're in a different spot, obviously. Not okay, whatever. But my main point is, don't compare yourself, especially financially, to people who are posting, because a lot of it's fake, especially in this space. And nowadays, you've seen a lot of it. A lot of it's fake. There are months where I go without payouts. There are months where I lose money on firms. An example could be I blew five top step. I tilted real shit. Last, I think a week and a half ago, I had 15 accounts. I had 5 Lucid Fundeds, I had 5 Tradeifys, and I had 5 top steps. Tilted on my Lucids, 2 days trading into that firm, or trading on those accounts. And those are actually my first accounts I ever bought on Lucid. Kind of crazy. But yeah, I blew my funded. So yeah, that's something I'm going to be tracking, right? There's an example. But okay, what I was saying was, don't listen and don't compare to what you see on social media. If, going back to myself, last time, I don't even know. I took a payout with Top Step with my students. I think this was in last month, maybe a month and a half ago, something like that. Doesn't matter. But I took an 11K. I can literally pull it up. I took a 11K, 11.5K payout with Top Step. And they were like, bro, how are you and then an example was Ludes, he was one of my first students. One of his first payouts, or his first payout with me, was $2,000. Another one of my students, I think they did a $1,200 payout. And they're like, why is there such a large difference? Yeah, okay, it was January. So here's January, and then you might be able to see just a little bit of December as well when I scroll down. But anyways, what I was saying was, I was like, okay, first off, stop comparing yourself to me, because I've been doing this way longer. I spend more money monthly, which I'm going to get to. That's going to be a highlight. I spend more money monthly on firms. So stop comparing yourself to people. Stop comparing yourself to me. Stop comparing yourself to people you see on social media, because at the end of the day, the reason trading is good and amazing. And then the reason why trading is like awful is the only person you're going against or the only person you're competing against is yourself. And that's like literally 100% true. I don't care what anyone says. You don't compare. You don't compete against anyone. Just because someone takes, a 50K payout, just because someone has more accounts than me, just because someone makes more money than me, I don't care. I don't compare myself to them. I'm in a good spot of where I wanted to be, farther than where I wanted to be, or farther than where I thought I'd be at this age. And then also, I don't know what they've gone through. I don't know if they've been through harder shit than me. I don't know if they've been trading longer than me. They might earn it. They might deserve it more than I do. I mean, it's only the work that shows. Like, the results are based off of what you do behind the scenes. So again, at the end of the day, if you're seeing, if you're on a losing streak, if you're taking losses, if you can't even pass an account, like, the problem is within yourself. Don't compare yourself to others and be like, oh, they're getting lucky. Maybe this, and then you just get in this whole loop of bullshit. So another part, little side part is like, stop comparing yourself and don't fall into this whole social media trap with trading, because a lot of the times it's bull crap. Okay. Step 3. This kind of ties back into the first one of treating this like a business, treating it seriously. Stop treating it like a fucking game. So when I say that, yes, the spending, the financial aspect of it, of like, how much did I spend this month on firms? I think like 2 months ago, I did a 15K month. January, February, January I did a 15K month, and I told my students, I showed them, I was like, I spent $3,000 on firms. So it's not a 15K month, right? Another example. But what I was saying was, focus, what was I saying? It's not just the financial aspect of it. It's also, the whole stem of it is your trading. So if I'm going like, let's say like, I'm going to go back to my past self. My past self, when I was maybe had a few payouts here and there, but I wasn't consistent, I didn't have as much funding as I do now, was over trading. Like, this is, I know you hear this every day, but really fucking listen. Over trading every session, like NQ, I'd be up bright and early, 5:30 shower, get ready, because market opens 6:30 for me, California time. Anyways, boom, trade New York. Doesn't matter. Don't care if I win or lose. Just trade it. Boom. Asia opens 3 p.m. I'm on that thing. Boom. Trade it again. London. I don't sleep. 1 a.m, I'm on that shit. I might be in bed on my phone. Top Step X. Trading. That shit killed me. There was actually one time where I tilted so heavy on firms. I had 5 Top Step accounts that were like, literally, I was like $2,100 from a max payout, 25K payout. And I tilted, all gone. They were all like 7 point something K. But anyways, let me lock in. The main thing is you have to treat your trading like a business as well. So an example of how you can actually do this, so you can actually have a takeaway and learn something and like actually apply it, is you have to treat it like a system. So with me, I have a lower win rate, higher RR model. Kind of. I have pretty high win rate. No, I'm joking. But anyways, so I'm tracking like my performance of how many trades I take a day, the quality of setups. I do trade discretionary, so it's a bit different, but the amount of trades and the quality of setups also depends. I wouldn't say the quality, but it gets kind of complicated. Anyways, the amount of trades, and I'd say, honestly, yes, the quality of setups differ from my P&L. Oh my God, it sounds so bad. I know it sounds horrible, but it's true. So with me, like an example, I was live on TikTok a month ago, like, because I haven't been live in like a few weeks because I just hate everything right now. Okay, that sounds horrible, but I was up, like, I was copy trading five of my top steps like usual, sharing my screen, reloading my page because everyone was asking in the chat, and I took a trade. It was a W. I was up on the night, I think 1.2, 1.3K. I don't know, somewhere on the Discord. I could pull it up if you want, but I was up like 1.2, 1.3K on 5 accounts. So that's like, I was up like around 6 to 7 grand, 6, 7 grand on the night, right? And I was like, okay, bet this volume's looking good. I'm liking our current session. My model's being respected. I'm gonna look for another trade. Right when I say that, All, I think I had like 100 and something people in the live, all 100 people in the chat. Bro, you're up this much. You're taking another trade. Continuous. Bro, it's all relative to your model. So I don't know if you have a mentor. I don't know, like going back to what we were talking about. I don't know if you have a mentor. I don't know if you built your model. I don't know if you've just learned off, from free, which any of those work. You can do anything, just a matter of time. But you need to have a system based off of it. So going back to Justin, my example, who trades the 1-to-1, complete opposite model as me, I believe his rule set is one and done. One win, one loss, one break even, doesn't matter. He's done for the day. And top quality, like A++++. He'll wait all day. If the setup doesn't even present himself, then he won't even take the trade. Beautiful, right? It's a great system. He sticks to that. That works for him. Boom. Bada beam. He sticks to it. He treats it like a business. We have the exact same mindset as on prop firms. With me, obviously, it is a bit different because I do take my model presents itself. I'd say it depends on the session, but usually I'd say like 1 to 3 times a session, or 1 to 3 times a day. Not really a session, that'd be crazy. But yeah, how I go about it is if it's a loser off the bat, then I'm done for the night. If it's a winner, then I will take a winner or a break even. If the quality of the market and the volume is good, I like to take advantage of it. That's just how I trade. It works for me. Cry in the fucking comments. I don't care. So if I take a win or a break even, I will take another trade. Now, if my second trade is a loss, I'm done. If the second trade is a winner, I'm going to take another trade if it presents itself. Again, I'm not forcing trades no matter what. I don't do that. I don't force a trade no matter what. But I like to leverage against my P&L. So if I'm up on the night, even $2,000, and I still love conditions and I see a setup forming, or I have a higher time frame level that's, if we're talking like about gold, maybe like 10 to 15 points away, maybe 20 or 30, I'll wait. And if it presents itself, I will take it. Now I do limit myself to 3 trades a day. So if I get to that 3 trades, like 3 wins, I will call it. 3 break evens, I will call it. 1 loss though, I'm done. And that's how I keep it for the whole night or the whole morning. Doesn't matter what session I'm trading. So again, the main aspect of it is you need to have a system, a strict system of rules, whether that's, trades a day, lockouts, literally any aspect, which I know all of you know about anyways. So you just need to implicate that daily, or else nothing's going to change. It's as simple as that. If you're hopping in a trade, like I know deep down, like subconsciously, you know it too. And I still struggle with this sometimes. Like, bro, there's not one person, especially on social media, who is a perfect trader. There's not one person in the world who's a perfect trader, because it's impossible. You can't be perfect in anything. Literally not even trading, anything. But like I literally tilted a week and a half ago, blew 5 accounts. Like this shit happened. Like that's the prop firm game. You have to learn that. The more you spend, the more you're going to make. Kind of. Continuously buying accounts and blowing. That's a different story. But my aspect is if you can consistently pass, consistently get payouts, then you can just recycle. So, yeah. But back to what I was saying is that's why it goes back to the first step is you have to treat this like a business. So, yeah. Wow. 25 minutes. Okay. Lock in. So, yeah. Step 3. Okay, I just realized I've been talking like too much and this video is getting too long, and I know not a lot of people are going to finish it. So if y'all want a part 2, I can. I actually would prefer to make, I'll probably just make one anyways, but let me know in the comments if you guys want a part 2. I definitely want to dig way deeper in how I actually leverage firms. But this was just a basic understanding of like how to lock in on firms and kind of the realistic output, because there's a very low percentage of people who make money consistently with firms. And honestly, I don't even make money consistently week to week, month to month with firms. There are stages, which again, I can show this. And if you want me to show it next video, let me know, because I know not everyone from my Discord who knows I'm credible will be coming from there. So yeah, but there are like a month, or there are spans of a week where I will continuously lose. I will blow accounts, just like last week when I blew my 5 lucids. So yeah, there's not a trader who is consistently winning with firms or else they'd either be banned from all prop firms, which I'm banned from 2 firms, by the way. So I don't know why I needed to know that, but you can know that now. I'm banned from 2 firms, or else they'd either be banned from every single firm or they'd be on a live account with every firm. So that's how it works. Let me know if y'all want another video, part 2. going more into depth. Let me know if you got questions, and later.